and let's see your video because I need to get some energy. Like it's early in the morning. I got to get some energy from individuals on here. So if I can see your beautiful faces, it'll make me, have a better day, if that makes sense. Because it's hard to do these presentations. It's hard to do these calls when we just see blank screens on here. So we definitely want to see your face on here. And I just want to see who we have on here. I'm gonna actually do the gallery mode. We got half of the people that still have their video off and the other half that have their video on. Because see, one thing I know is that if you're a true leader, you make adjustments, you make things happen. Now, if you're at work, listen, if you're at work, don't get in trouble now. Don't get in trouble at work. But if you're not at work, if you're chilling at the crib, go ahead and put that video on. We want to see that energy. So we got a lot of people that are putting, their video on. We really, really, really appreciate it. It gives me a lot of energy to see all these beautiful people on here because the first person I see is my beautiful wife right there. I see you, Tiff. So I can't stare at you because if I stare at you, I'm going to just lose focus, right? So I don't want to lose focus. So I'm going to have to switch that up a little bit. So for those that don't know, my name is Ton Henderson. Again, I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I actually been in this space for 4 years, guys. I've been in this space for 4 years, and I didn't realize I was in this space for 4 years until I actually looked back and was like, man, I've been doing this thing for 4 years. But guys, this thing's changed drastically in 4 years. And if I can be completely honest with you guys, I haven't been working this business for 4 years. I've been in the business for 4 years, but I haven't been working this business for 4 years. You see, some of us on here, I'm going to show you how to work this business part-time because some of us on here have full-time jobs. If you work this business part-time, do me a favor and put part-time in the chat. All of us aren't blessed to be doing this business full-time yet, but some of us that do it part-time, I personally feel it's hard. I think it's hard to work this business part-time. Why? Because we can't waste a lot of time. So guys, I have a motto. I say, let's talk more work. So the first thing I'm gonna ask you guys to do is to grab your pen, grab your piece of paper. Hopefully you got a notebook and I want you guys to take notes because you know what they say, note takers are money makers, right? I don't believe that because I took a lot of notes and I wasn't making no money. You have to apply the information in order for that stuff to make sense for you. So the good thing is you're gonna take notes today, hopefully, but you need to really apply this information that we're going to share with you in order for you to actually get to the next level. So the first thing I'm going to ask you guys to do is this. I want you guys to pull out your phone for me. And when you guys pull out your phone, I want you to go to, if you got an iPhone, welcome to the iPhone family. If you don't, it is what it is, but we're not going to go there right now. But I want you guys to go to your settings. I want you guys to go to clock. I want you guys to go to your alarm. And when you go to your alarm, I want you guys to actually put an alarm for every hour of the day. I want you to put an alarm for 8 o'clock. I want you to put one for 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way up to 11 or 12 o'clock at night. I want you guys to put an alarm to go off every single hour of the day. Now, I'm going to be real with you. If you have a spouse, this is going to get on their nerves, but it's going to work for you. I promise you. So once you do that, inside of the alarm, I want you to put in there, what did you do the last hour? What did you do the last hour, right? So I want you to do this. Go ahead and put the alarm on. What did you do the last hour? And then I want you guys, once it goes off every hour, I want you to pull out your calendar and I want you to write down what you did that last hour. See, a lot of us think we're working, but we're just busy. Guys, listen, I want you to screenshot your alarms to your success partners. You should have more than one. Send it to your business partner, your success partner. Send it to somebody that's going to hold you accountable, right? So I want you to send that to your success partner. Now, they say it takes 21 days for you to create a habit, okay? Well, a habit usually takes about 66 days. It usually takes a little bit more than 2 months, a new habit, right? So I want you guys to do that every single day. And I want you guys to close out the year. Family, we only have 44 days, including today. We have 44 days to close out this year strong. So how many people are going to close out this year strong? If you're going to close out the year strong, say I'm ready. Go ahead and put I'm ready in the chat. I just want to see who I'm talking to. Because one thing that I know is that we have 88 people on here, and I can guarantee you that all 88 people aren't going to actually do that, right? So guys, I want you guys to close out the year strong. Now, why do I want you to write this down? Because every time that alarm goes off, I want you to think about what you did, but I also want you to think about your why. Like, why are you really doing this business? Why are you really doing this business? I want you guys to think about this for a second. If you're not driving, I want you guys to close your eyes for me real quick. If you're not driving, I want you to close your eyes real quick. And when you close your eyes, I want to just see who's listening here, because if you're looking at me, you're not listening, right? I mean, you're not doing what we asked you to do. So some of y'all still looking at me, but it's cool. So I want you to close your eyes real quick, right? And I want you to think about your why. Why are you doing this business? Okay? I want you to write it down. Not right now, but I want you to write it down later. And every time that alarm goes off, go ahead and open your eyes. Every time that alarm goes off, I want you to write down what you did the past hour, but I also want you to read your why. Okay? I want you to read your why. Because guys, your why, if it's big enough, if it's strong enough, it should make you cry. And most of us, your why is going to change over time. Your why is going to change over time. Because when you first start, usually it's about you. When you first get into this business, it's about you. But then you quickly realize it's not really about you. It's about other people, right? It's about you fighting your old self to your new self. See, our old self has been programmed for years, and we got to beat our new self. But guys, I'll tell you this. I grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And when my parents got divorced, I used to live in Van Nuys, California. My parents got divorced. We had to move back to Pittsburgh with that cold weather. And when I say it's cold, it's cold. But I remember growing up with 9 people in one house. And it wasn't no big house. Like, I remember actually sharing a room with my mother and my younger brother. See, we lived in the back room. And then my aunt, who was 96 years of age, she lived in the middle room. And then my grandparents lived in the front room. And then my 2 cousins and my aunt lived upstairs on the 3rd floor. Guys, we struggled. We were on welfare. We were hurting, guys. But at the end of the day, the reason why I do this, because I remember how I used to live. And I have a 15-year-old daughter, and she has no clue on how her daddy used to struggle. She has no clue about me just growing up just with roaches and everything else. She has no clue. And this is why I do this business, so that I can give her a better life. Why? Because she's counting on me. I also got a mom who's 65 years of age that is still working a job that doesn't really care about her. And in the next few years, guess what's going to happen? She has to retire. She's going to retire. And if her son doesn't work this business like he should, my mom's going to be at Walmart. But I ain't going to let that happen. See, this thing is way bigger than just TH. This thing is way bigger than Ton. It's about other people. So once you realize your why and you write it down, I want you guys to actually watch it. I mean, say it every single day, because that's what it's really all about, guys. So if you're ready to write down your why, if you're ready to actually hold yourself accountable, just put "I'm ready" in the chat. I just want to see who I'm talking to. Just put "I'm ready" in the chat. If you're ready to make this thing happen, just put "I'm ready" in the chat. We got a couple people already. We got a few more. Okay, perfect. So the next thing we're going to do is this. We got to remove the roadblocks. We have to remove the roadblocks. What do you mean by that? Guys, I got to take you back to becoming an employee, because most of us have been programmed for 12 years, first grade to 12 years, to your senior year, to be able to be a good employee, right? And then some of us who were fortunate enough to go to college for 4 more years, you got 16 years of programming to become an employee. So when you get over to this space, I want to actually just bring you back to that employee mindset for a short period of time. Why? Because we're used to it. We're programmed. See, most of us are busy being busy. Most of us are busy being busy. So we're going to show you how to have your hours of operation. Because if you started a new job, guess what they would give you? A schedule. You wouldn't just show up when you want to show up, right? Nah, you got a schedule. You can't just come in when you want to come in. Well, what's your hours of operation at IM? What's your schedule in IM? If you have a job and you work in this business part-time, when are you really working this business, right? So what I want you guys to do is this. I want you guys to actually write down your schedule, and I want you to send it to your success partner. I want you to send it to your success partner. Now, what if your success partner is not on the Rise and Profit call today? They're going to be looking at you, man, like, why are you sending me these alarms? And why are you sending me this? You're like, yo, you need to check out what that dude TH was talking about on that Rise and Profit call. Because that's what it's really all about, is holding yourself accountable, right? So you got to get your hours of operation. And I want you guys to put it up by your computer. That is your schedule. You remember back in the day when you had a job and you in the break room, they had the schedule and you used to be like, man, when do I work? Yeah, this is what you need to figure out when you're going to work. Put it by your TV, right? So now let me tell you what I do with new students, because when new students come aboard, they're already programmed to be they're already programmed to be an employee. They don't understand how to be a business owner. So first thing I ask them to do is write out the time that they can commit to IM. I say, you know what, do me a favor, man. You're working this part-time. Do me a favor, man. When are you going to what time are you going to put into it? It is no, whenever I feel like it. No, we got to take this serious. Like, this is a multi-million-dollar business that we're talking about. So we have to take this serious. So what are your hours of operation as a new person? I want to paint vision to them, and I want to reprogram their mind. I got to switch their mindset, guys. Okay? So whatever they tell me, I look at it, and then I also ask them, like, hey, I need to get at least 1 or 2 hours for the team. They're like, huh? 1 or 2 hours is for the team. You see, you just gave me your schedule. That's for you. But what about the team? This is a team atmosphere. So what is the team? What do you mean? Well, you got to get on these calls at least once or twice a week, hopefully 3 or 4 times, but right away, just give me 1 or 2 days a week. So if you have an 8 o'clock call that you do, or you have a 7 o'clock call that you do, make sure your guest, make sure your new person is getting on there, whether they have a guest or not. You're teaching them how to show up regardless if they have a guest or not. What about the calls that they have in the morning? You know, Wanda and Randy have their calls. We have the Rise and Profit call. They got to commit to coming to these. Even though these are not income producing activities, they're very, very important to feed your brain. Now, let's just be real. If you guys been here a while and the only time we see you to get on the call or the presentation is when you have a guest, man, shame on you. You're selfish. I'm going to just keep it 100. It's about you. See, the only time that you show up is when you have a guest, then you're selfish. We got to switch that mindset. We got to get back into helping out the family. You got to show up when you don't even want to show up. Because I bet you show up at that job even though you don't feel like it all the time. You know how it is. You get up in the morning, you're like, man, I don't feel like going to work. But why do you go? Because if you don't go, you might not have a check on the 1st and the 15th. So guys, if you don't show up to your calls, you might not have a check on Friday or next Friday or the following Friday, right? So guys, that's what it's really all about. So see, this is a team sport. Now, I played sports since I was a little kid, so I realized that, Ton, no matter how talented you are, you can't win by yourself. For those that never played sports, guys, there's no I in team. It's about a family. It's about a team atmosphere. You got to get it out your brain that it's about you. It's not even about you. You're not that important yet. You got to help other people. Who's in your circle? Who are you helping? Right? Now, one thing that we all have in common is the same 24 hours in a day. And I get it. You're busy. How many of y'all busy? Put busy in the chat. How many of you guys are busy? Because I'm extremely busy. But my question to you is, what are you willing to give up? What are you willing to give up? Think about your kids. Think about your spouse. Think about the freedom that you could have if you really put that work in. See, most of us, we feel, hey, I got to get my 8 hours of sleep, right? And then you got to go work for what? 8 hours, right? So you get your 8 hours of sleep. You got 8 hours for work. Some of us commute, maybe, now you probably got to go back to work. So you got a 30-minute drive or an hour, or you work from home. That's 17, 18 hours a day that you're working and then you're sleeping. And then you come home, and what do you do when you get home? Well, if you're a father, you want to chill with your family, right? You got a couple hours to chill with your family. You eat, you chill out. You got 2 hours with your family, but guys, that's 20 hours. What are you doing with the rest of the 4? Are you chilling? Watching Netflix? Are you on, your phone the next 4 hours just wasting time watching other people live their best life? Nah, what are you willing to give up? See, I'm willing to give up sleep because you can really function off of 6 hours of sleep. Try it. You can function off of 6 hours of sleep. So people that say they do not have time, nah, yes, they do. See, when I lost my job 12 years ago, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't have no time, but I used to get up at 4 in the morning. 4 in the morning. I didn't have an alarm. I just woke up. Why? Because I was hungry. I had a 3,400 square foot house. I had 2 Mercedes-Benz. I had a wife. I had a daughter, and it was gone. I went to a 1-bedroom apartment. My ex actually moved my daughter and moved to Florida, and I was going through a depression. And I could have got up and been like, man, why? Why did this happen? Oh my God. Nah, I'm not no gazelle. I'm not running. I'm not running when the enemy comes. I'm a cheater. I'm going after this stuff. See, I woke up at 4 in the morning because I was starving. I was hungry. I said, I got to make it because I got to bet on me. Nobody else is here. It's just me. And guess what? I got 3 younger brothers. I got a mom. And when they get in trouble with money, guess who they calling? They calling big bro. They calling the firstborn son. So you're either going to find a way or you're going to find an excuse. So I don't know. I just love cheetahs and I just like going after gazelles. I just like going after this money, guys. So here's the thing. There's people that have, they have a low IQ level, a low quit level, right? That's just what they do. They quit everything. There's people that will join this business and won't give it 90 days and say, oh, I don't have the time. Next thing you know, you see them on social media. They're at the basketball game, living their best life. They're at the Braves, World Series, living their best life. They're at the sugar factory. They're at the winery, and their bank account they don't have no money. Guys, I had a girl that just left our team, and she was like, I don't have the time. I don't really have it. But you're posting your lifestyle on social media. See, you're going to make time for anything that you see that's valuable. Anything that you see is valuable, you're going to make time for it. See, doing this business, you don't have a lot of time to waste. You don't have no time to waste. So put in the chat that I'm not going to waste no more time. I'm done wasting time. Like time is of the essence. That's the only thing we don't get back. Put in the chat, I'm done wasting time. And if you're done wasting time, it's time to go after this thing. We got 44 days left. That's it. Now, here's the thing, guys. Everybody can talk a good game. Everybody can talk a good game. Guys, when I grew up in the inner city, they taught us how to talk junk on the football field because we weren't that talented. We used to try to talk our opponents out of the game. But as I got older and as I started getting into different programs, less talk, more work. They said, let your talking be on the field. Guys, I see a lot of people talking all this junk. I'm about to hit this rank. I'm about to do this. But they don't have no income producing activities. Guys, you got to set daily goals every single day. See, successful people think about what they want and they just go after it and they get it done. Now, unsuccessful people and unhappy people for that matter, guys, guess what they do? They talk about all their problems. They worry a lot. And then they blame everybody else. It's not my fault. It's their fault. It's my upline. He talked to me this type of way. I don't like him. It's my upline. I can't believe he said that. Guys, I can't believe she said that. Go get it done. See, what I want you guys to imagine is this. I heard this one time. There's a pigeon. Don't you guys know you can take a homing pigeon, a regular pigeon, and you can take it out of its roots. You can take it out of its roots and put it inside of a cage. And if you put it inside of its cage, you can put a blanket over the cage, right? So that the pigeon can't see. You can actually put it inside of a box. You can put the cage inside of a box and cover it up. And then once you cover it up, you can put it inside of a truck that they can't see anything out of. You can drive it 1,000 miles away in any direction. But once you open up that box and you let that pigeon run free, it's going to fly in the air and it's going to circle 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And it's going to go directly to its roots. 1,000 miles away. This is the only creature on earth that can do that, that has the cybernetic, goal seeking function. That's the only creature except for us. But we have another ability, guys. We can do the exact same thing. But we have another ability where we basically, when we have a clear, absolute goal, when you have a clear, absolute goal, you don't have to know where it's coming. It's just already done. David Immunity talks about it all the time. It is already done. It's already going to happen. The only thing in his way is time. And once you actually decide, that you want something, it's going to move towards you. Once you set that goal, I want that, it's going to move towards you. See, I just believe that once you set that goal, the goals come down from earth and they're coming towards each other. They're going to meet at the exact place at the exact time, the right time, not your time, but God's time. And they're going to meet. And the only way they don't meet is if you quit. The only way they do not meet is if you quit. And guess what? The goal still gets to somebody. It just passes you because you quit and it goes to the next person. See, whatever you think about, whatever you dream about, whatever you fantasize about, it's going to happen, guys. That's why you can't quit. Put in the chat, I'm not going to quit. I won't quit. I can't quit. Put that in the chat. Guys, don't you know when I was down on my luck and I had no money whatsoever? I remember going into this building and I was doing this training and the company didn't even pay me. Most people would not show up if you're not getting paid. I wasn't getting paid from a company and something told me, go ahead and go anyway. And I was just like, man, I don't feel like going. I ain't got no money. The company ain't paying me. Forget them. I said, I'm going to show up anyway. Guys, I showed up and I did this training call, and I'll never forget. When you speak things into existence, it happens. I walked into this training call, guys. I was with a company called BNI, Business Network International. I was a director. I used to train people on how to do 10-minute presentations. I walk in the training class. I'm getting prepared. 30 people come through, and then I see this beautiful young lady walk over, and I was like, man, she's dope. But at the time, the timing wasn't right. At the time, I wasn't sure what I was going to do, whether if I was going to move to Florida to be with my ex. We weren't sure if I was just going to make it work for my daughter or stay here. But the whole time during that training, I talked about my daughter. I talked about my why. And this young lady was in there and she was looking at me, but not like that. She was just in tune to what she was doing, but she caught my eye. And when I saw her, guys, the first thing I said, I'm going to be real with you. I said, man, if I get on the market, I want something like that. Why? Because the girl was there for her man. She was there to support her friend, her boyfriend at the time. She didn't have a ring on her finger, but she was there to support her boyfriend in his business. I want a woman like that supports me in my business when I don't have nothing. And guys, that was back in July. That was in July. And my follow-up game is on another level. I'm going to just teach you guys about follow-up. You got to have a dope follow-up game. If you don't have a dope follow-up game, you're not going to be successful in IM. I'm going to just tell you right now, you have to have a dope follow-up game, right? My follow-up game is unlike anybody else because I actually connected with this young lady and I followed up with her. And 6 months later, she just happened to post something on social media that she broke up with her man. And guess who was there? Right there, that cheetah. That cheetah just came. She didn't even know what happened. Understand this, guys. Sometimes the cheetah just is on you and it just grabs you and just takes you down. I took her down quick, y'all. She's on the call right now, Tiffany. Tiffany and I met. It wasn't the right time. 6 months later, I reached out to her. We went on one date. It was over. Game over. Locked her in. Case closed. You got to have a dope follow-up game. So anybody know what the key to any business is? The key to any business is new business. The key to any business is new business. Guys, how many people are taking advantage of this promo right here? You have to take advantage of this promo. If you're not taking advantage of it, what are you doing? Guys, we have a sweet promo where you actually can sign people up at $50 off. In addition, if you sign up 2 people, they give you 100. How many people have their 2 at least? Put in the chat, I got my 2. And if you don't have your 2, I'm gonna show you how to get it. You gotta at least go get 2. And the reason you don't have your 2 is because you're not out there actively looking for people. You wanna know how I know? Because it's very simple to get 2 people to sign up with this thing. Do social media, do lives, do whatever, copy off of the people that you wanna be like and just do what they're doing. Get uncomfortable. And if you've been in this space for a long period of time, guys, reach out to the people that quit a year ago, 2 years ago, 6 months ago, doesn't matter. Reach out to every single one of them and ask them a simple question. Say, hey, listen, I know you're busy because everybody's busy. Real quick, I wanted to ask you something about IM, right? Call them up. If they don't pick up after 4 rings, because Davis told us after 4 rings, hang up, don't leave a message, just call them later. And then send them a text, hey man, when you got a couple minutes? When you get on the phone with them, you form them, you talk to them. Hey, how's the family? How's everything going? How's the job? Oh, you still working? That's what's up. Cool. What are you doing for recreation? Hey, listen, man, I'm calling you real quick because I know you quit and I know you're busy, but if you don't mind, like what made you quit? And then shut up. They're going to tell you why they quit. And whatever they say, be like, man, you know what? Most people quit because they weren't making money. Most people quit because they couldn't afford the $175 or $275 a month. I get it. But let me ask you a question, bro. Let me ask you a question, sis. If I can show you how to make money from the money you're already going to spend, would you be interested in it? Everybody says yes. I got that from Randy Webb. Everybody says yes. Listen, bro, I don't need a lot of time. Matter of fact, I got 2 options for you. A, I can put you on a presentation tonight to explain the new IM because things are totally different. Or B, I can log you in and just show you, actually get on Zoom and show you what things are different, what is actually different. It takes like 15, 20 minutes. What do you prefer? Me to show you one-on-one, or do you want to get on a live call to see the big picture? It's up to you. And then put it in your calendar. And if you don't have a calendar, you're not in business. Go get you a calendar today. So we got 4 days left. I want to hold everybody on here accountable. You got to at least get 2. You know, the company said if you get 2, you'll get 100. If you get 2 more, you'll get another 100. If you get 10 people, you're at 500. We got people in the leaders chat that has like 14, and I'm looking like, oh, okay. They're not playing over here. It's not a game to them. See, some of us are taking this too lightly. We just chilling because we're comfortable. And when you're comfortable, you don't grow. When you're comfortable, you don't grow. The next thing I'm gonna tell you guys about is what? The lifeblood of any business. Guys, you gotta go to these big conventions. You gotta go to the conventions. Why? Because your belief level goes to the roof. You start seeing people walk stage that you didn't even know that were making X amount of dollars, and they're walking stage like, hold up, if they can do it, I can do it. If this person can make $5,000 a month extra part-time, why can't you? If this person can make an extra 1,000 or 2,000 part-time, why can't you? And then for the people that are chairman, you see people that have really went serious, really went hard in this business, and in 2 years, they're making $250,000 a month because they put in the work. And while we are chilling and we're comfortable, we didn't put in the same work. So guys, how many people know that procrastination costs you money? How many people know that procrastination costs you money? See, guys, the tickets used to be $99, but if you didn't get them by last Sunday or Monday, it went up $100. It just cost you $100. See, I told my team, hey guys, listen, let me just break it down. Dr. Jewel told us, hey, we need to push this event. We need to get everybody get their tickets. I told the team, hey y'all, we got to get our tickets like ASAP because they're not going to be on sale after Sunday. And then basically somebody on the squad was like, no, we got time. We got time for that. And some people wasted or waited. And guess what? The tickets went up on them. So you can look at this 1 or 2 ways. You can say, oh man, I can't believe the tickets went up on me, man. Extra $100. I ain't going to the event. Or you can say, lesson learned. Next time I need to move quickly, because successful people make moves faster than unsuccessful people. Guys, you got to be at this event. If you really want to make money in this event, whether you want to be a trader or you want to be a builder, it doesn't matter. Let me mute my man real quick. You got to make money. You actually have to go to this event, period. No excuses. At the end of the day, you can lap it up with other people in the hotel. It doesn't matter. If you really want to go to this event, you'll make a way, or you're going to make an excuse. Guys, there's no more excuses. We got 45 days to close this out. We got to close it out hard. And that's what it's really all about. So my name is Ton Henderson. Do me a favor. I'm going to actually put my stuff in the chat. You guys can follow me on IG as Ton Henderson right there. You see these canvases behind us. You see Randy has his canvas. Dr. K has her. Dr. K has her canvas as well. Randy got his canvas. Coach Cobain got a canvas. A lot of people have chairman canvases from us. We actually have the chairman canvases that we can make custom for you. Make sure you get at me. We have an IG. It's called Chairman Canvas. Go check us out. And what I want to do at this time, guys, I want to just kind of put this out here. There's 5 things that we just covered. Number 1, we got to set your alarm so that you can develop better habits. Number 2, you got to write out your schedule. No more excuses. We got 44 days to close this out. Number 3, you got to set your goals, and we really have to go out after it. These 44 days are very critical. Number 4, you got to at least have Christopher Cherry pay you $100. You got to at least get your 100. You got to get 2 people so you can get your 100, guys. And guess what I want you to do with that? Go invest it in some crypto. And then last but not least, you got to get your event ticket if you want to take yourself to the next level. So if we have any chairman on the line that actually want to participate or come in, feel free to unmute your mics, guys. I'm officially finished with the call. I really, really appreciate you guys. So go ahead, Randy. I seen you just pop in, bro. Go ahead and take it away, man.
Hey, I just wanted to tell you, Tom, you covered everything. It was phenomenal. You hit it. You hit everything. And I'll tell you, if you're on this call right now, which I see we got 139 people on the call, listen, you hit everything that you need to build your business. Either you're going to make it happen or you're going to make an excuse of why it didn't happen. And, you can't cheat the work in network marketing. So many people, we look for participation credit. And, sometimes, as a leader, and I'm going to be 100, right? Of course, we're going to confirm, affirm, and all these great things. But when the work is not happening, the work is just not happening. And it's not that you can't go out and do it. We have people in our organization that, listen, their backs was against the wall and they just made it happen. So whatever you have to do, okay, if it's, I don't have the network, or I don't have the time, or I don't have this, then just get out the business, or just do this. Just go develop your portfolio. You don't got to build a business. However, if you want to really get this thing done, go put the cells in the system. I'm gonna tell you guys a personal story. Even leadership, we have to, sometimes I like to say, sometimes I got to renew my recruiting card. I got to see if I still got it, okay? And there's times I realize, like, man, Rand, you could just go create a whole new team, okay? Literally, I can create a whole new team. We just put in 16 people, okay, over the past, we got 4 days left, so I put 16 people in 16 days, okay? And we just been going. And I can tell you, why did I put 16 people in? Why haven't I did that the last week or the week before? Because I focused on it, okay? Whatever you focus on gets bigger. The reason people are not going into your business is because you're not focused on your business. You're letting everything else take your focus except your business. So, Tom, you hit everything. Listen, you talked about the blueprint. Everybody follow it. And I would say this recording, definitely provide this recording to us. I wanted to definitely pass this out here. So let's go. It's time to go. Chairman folks, no more excuses. Put 500 folks in the system, and it's game time.
Man, let's go, bro. Let's go. Is any other chairman on here? We got D Lodge. Is D Lodge on this joint? Anybody on here? We good?
Hey, Ton, I'm on this thing, man. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, man. What's going on, bro?
Hey, man, I got to apologize, man. I literally just hopped on, so I missed the fire, man. All I see is the chat box going crazy. But y'all don't know, well, look, man. I'm with Ton pretty closely, man, so I already know what kind of heat Ton delivers, man. So I'm going to have to go back and catch the recording. But I just caught the fire coming from Randy, and I see the chat box going crazy, man. So I already know what you did, bro. I appreciate you for blazing the stage, man, and really just giving it to people real. Because end of the day, like Randy just said, you got to make a decision, ladies and gents. I mean, and that's what we did. We're not superheroes or any different than anybody else. We're just people who literally made a decision that this is going to be a massive stream of income for me. That's the bottom line. We've made that decision. We've made that commitment, and we operate like it. You know, so there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, there's going to be days that, you know, that suck. There's going to be some days that are incredible, you know, just like anything else. But once you make the commitment, you know, what they say, commitment is doing the thing you said you'll do long after the feeling you said it in has left you. And if for somebody it's their first time hearing that, I'll say it twice. Commitment is doing the thing you said you'll do long after the feeling you said it in has left you. That's what commitment is, you know? So make the commitment to what you're doing here, and long after the feeling you said it in, I know you're excited right now, but will you be committed even when that excitement feeling is gone? That's what real chairmen do. We do the dirty work even when we're not excited about it. That's what's going to get you on stage in Palm Beach. The person who did the dirty work, even though they didn't feel like it on those nights and nobody was watching, you could have easily said, you know what, I'm just not going to do it tonight. But you didn't fall into that trap. You did it anyway. Y'all know how many presentations I do and nobody's on the presentation? Y'all know how many times that happens? But I do it. I go through it anyway. All right. It's one person on there. My last few presentations, I did some personal presentations. I had one guest up there, but that one guest got started. That one guest got started, right? So, Tone, I got to go back to the recording and catch the heat, man, but I know what you deliver, bro. So thanks for having me just chime in real quick. And, you know, I know you put that chairman fire in this training, man. So appreciate you, King. Appreciate you, King.
Hey, man, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, bro. So, guys, if we don't have anything else, we're going to actually end the call. We really appreciate you guys jumping on here. Man, go out and win, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it's really all about. Go out and win. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. We're going to end it like this.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody's hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Up, down, up, down. 'Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make 'em stay there.
Ludacris going in on the verse, 'cause I never been defeated and I won't stop now. Keep your hands up, get them in the sky for the homies that ain't making it, my folks locked down.